Hello, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Alright, everybody, we are in the height of the Lionsgate. I almost said the lineup. There's the Pleiadian lineup that happens twice a year, but that is not what's happening right now. But we are lined up with some pretty intense energy at this moment. So I figured after doing that, guided meditation for everybody, I would just do like a little energy check-in for those of you who are interested, just to see how this energy is impacting people on the journey, okay? In the journey of love. And you can take these messages no matter what sign you are, no matter what's going on in your situation right now. Let's see how the Lionsgate portal is impacting you, okay? And so I'm going to start off real quick with the Sacred Spirit reading cards, just to see like the overall vibration for Divine Feminine. That was quick. I didn't get to shuffle. Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. So I'm, picking up that energy of the Two of Wands when we're standing at the crossroads. We're planning for our future. And so I'm also picking up that, like I've been feeling a lot lately, I have two different collectives kind of tuning in for me. So I feel like there's some of you who maybe have just discovered the journey, and then there's others of you who have been on the journey a little bit longer. I actually feel like there's more than two, okay? But for the sake of the energy in this moment, we'll kind of put it into those two categories. It's like you're either just coming into it all, or you've been well seasoned in this, all right? But I'm also picking up that regardless of where you're at on the journey, the Lionsgate is opening up these paths, okay? And how I see things too, like when people ask about their future, we have multiple timelines, multiple versions of reality that are always available to us. We live here in this moment, but there's like all of these variations of this moment. And depending on what you do in this moment, depending on what you think in this moment, what you feel, will impact what happens. So I feel as if there are more than two paths, but you can kind of narrow it down into whether, am I going to go this way or am I going to go that way? And I feel a lot of this is, connected to the people that you've been dealing with from your past, the people that you maybe want to have in your future. You may be trying to figure out, like, which way should I go? And it was funny because I was coming up with different pick-a-pile ideas, and one of the ones that kept jumping out at me was, should I wait for this person or should I move on? Okay, so, I feel like a lot of you guys could be in that energy. But I'm also picking up that things that we've been through in our past lives, things that we are going through right now, they're very interconnected. And you do always have the choice of confronting those things that we have underneath in our subconscious, to bring them up and bring them into light, or we can continue to go down a path where we ignore those things, okay? I'm also picking up that the people that you're dealing with at this time may also be kind of like in this crossroads. They may feel being pulled towards one direction, but due to what's ever happened in their past or whatever's happening right now has been influenced by the experiences of the past, it's maybe causing them to diverge, okay? They're not going down the path. They may be a little resistant to it. And then there's others that may be ready now to fully embrace it. So it really just depends on how you're feeling in this moment. But I do feel like it's time for us to observe the limitations of our past. Okay, what are we holding on from the experiences that we've already lived within? And I also pick up that this could be, what are you holding on to from lovers of your past that maybe aren't anything to do with the people that you're dealing with now? Okay, particularly those on a twin flame journey. If you dealt with karmic situations or you're in a karmic situation, that energy is going to be in the present. You want to look at it because it's going to impact the decisions that you're making as you move forward. And vice versa, if the person that you're dealing with has been through relationships in the past that were really difficult, or they are still in a karmic relationship, that's going to cause, you know, this split within their decisions. So it feels like this is kind of like where we're at right now, these overall energies for the Divine Feminine. And be mindful, the Divine Feminine is within all of us. It's inside of the masculine and the feminine. And for the masculine, I'm getting illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. So I find that interesting that, you know, Divine Feminine, you're getting observe the limitations, and masculine is getting focus on a solution. So there's definitely a mirroring here. I'm also picking up that the masculine aspect, whether it's within you or the person that you're dealing with is a masculine, they may be going through some darkness at this time. They could be experiencing like the dark night of the soul type of things. They could be awakening and again at that path, not really quite sure which way to go. They could be a little freaked out by all of this, and they may be trying to ignore it or suppress it, but I also feel like they're being drawn to it. You know, it's like you got to find a solution to why you're running or why you're not embracing the light. And so Divine Feminine, it's your job to observe these limitations, and Divine Masculine, it's their job to find the solution or to focus on a solution, okay? So it's like you guys are working together energetically right now on making those choices and finding the right path in releasing those limitations from your past lives, from your past experiences, and probably whatever you've already been through together on this journey. I also have shield your energy, look beneath the surface for the masculines. So again, there's this energy of like being bombarded. I feel like they're being awoken, and for me the frog is about new beginnings, so they could be really being pushed to look beyond what they've been looking at, to take that leap of faith, to do something that they haven't done before, to, you know, dive into that shadow aspect, to embrace it, and then to protect themselves from when they realize it, when they illuminate it. Because when you see the darkness, you illuminate it, and then you can understand it better, and you can see beyond the scary, and you can embrace this new beginning where you're protecting yourself, you're making your decision which way you're going. I also have Galactic Healer, which is number 17, which is a twin flame number, because if we add this up, it is 8, which is the infinity symbol, which is very potent at this time. I've been seeing 8 everywhere I go, everything I do. And it says Galactic Healer, which is amazingly perfect for this, because that is what we're dealing with, galactic healing at this time. And it says move forward with an open mind. So it definitely goes along with that energy that I was just talking about, where I feel like the masculine aspect is awakening, and they need to open their mind up to this, because they may be feeling crazy, or they may be like, I don't want people to look at me weird for taking this leap of faith, or I don't want to let people down, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. In Divine Feminines, you can also be doing this at this time, because again, you have this energy inside of you. So these can always go vice versa, but it definitely feels like there's another level of awakening happening. And Spirit's basically saying it's just time to have an open mind, you know, shield yourself from the darkness, embrace it, look at it, understand it, illuminate it, go forward, being open to the possibilities, but don't keep yourself, you know, stuck. Don't keep yourself limited through the ego or through fear. So I also have the chakra reading cards, and I was going to see what comes through here for Divine Feminine. Some Divine Feminine energy at this time. And this also may start to happen. All of this, like if you're not having this go on right now, you may experience it over the next couple of weeks, months, and throughout the year. Yeah, look, we have Rebirth and Nurturing with the Lions. This is perfect. Okay, so Divine Feminine, we have the butterfly here, which is about transformation. You know, this is that time in your cocoon has expired. It's time for you to come out and rise into this energy, to be born again. And then with the nurturing, I feel like this is about nurturing yourself during this time of rebirth, which is very similar to the energies of the masculines over here. But I do feel like yours is a little bit like more gentle at this point. I feel like you've already been through the part of the journey where it was like you had to like strip apart all the parts of yourself that you once knew or once thought you knew. And you are now more open-minded about things. You're receiving downloads easily. You're starting to, shed the layers from the past, and you're nurturing yourself in a way that is allowing for this. Okay, so with the lions here too, I feel like you're really being empowered and confident. I'm picking up that like single, sexy, 9 of Pentacle type of energy. And it's like you are just in this vibration and you see the limitations, you understand them. And it's like, I feel like this is what's making you have to make a decision. It's like, I'm ready to be reborn. I'm ready to nurture. Like, some of you could be ready to even have children, or you just want to nurture somebody. You may be sick of being alone all the time. It's like you just want to hold somebody, love somebody, kiss somebody, just nurture, okay? Because I feel like you've been spending all this time doing this for yourself, and now you really may be in this energy of, I want to give this to others. And if I don't have somebody to give it to, it may be time for me to go find that, okay? And that may not be for all of you. You may just be trying to make a decision on how am I going to nurture myself more, or how am I going to now take all of this energy and nurture somebody else, okay? So it doesn't always have to be like you're choosing between two people, but there's definitely a choice between two paths for both, I feel. But you're definitely coming into this beautiful energy of transformation. So if you haven't already gone through this rebirth process where you're now taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, healthier boundaries, in that strength of the lion, your solar plexus is on fire. It's like you just know what you want, and you know what you deserve, and you're not afraid to go after it. If you're not already there, I feel like that's coming for you. So, hold on to that vibration and know that vibration is coming. And then let's see what for Divine Masculine comes through. What is happening for Divine Masculine with this energy that we're in? Play. So I feel like this is what they need. They need to play, okay? Because this is the heart chakra. So, and you know what? This is the black ones. I think are the Earth Star chakra, I believe. It's either the Earth Star or the Soul Star. I should double check just to make sure, so that you guys know what energies are connected to. Because I know the green is definitely the heart for the masculine, but I want to make sure I know the black. Yeah, so the black is actually like the crown chakra. Yeah. Nurturing rebirth. Let me just double check. I think there's more than... Okay, here it is. Nurturing. Was I right? Earth Star chakra. Okay. So you both have the Earth Star chakra. The Divine Feminine has 2 Earth Star chakras. That's the one located like beneath us, and that's firmly planted into the energy of Gaia. And that's so funny because on the bottom of the deck here for the Divine Masculine is Mother Earth, which is again that energy. So it's like, you guys, I feel like this is again that energy of like you're wanting to nurture somebody in this process of your rebirth. It's like you're ready for your 10 of Pentacles. You're ready to become the Empress. You're ready to love a family or nurture your person, or just nurture and love. That's your role as a Divine Feminine. And I feel like the Divine Masculine, while going through all of this, they're being drawn to it. They want to have fun. They want to have this wisdom in their heart opened up to have joy with you and to be nurtured by you. But I do feel like for a lot of them, they need to open their mind, they need to expand, and they need to let go of the shadows that are holding them back. Find a solution rather than focusing on all the issues, maybe the things that have happened again from your past. Whatever you guys have already been through, I feel like a lot of them are just too super visual, like focused on that, and it's like actually attracting more darkness towards them, or more of those perceptions that are causing illusions and making them feel like they're not worthy, or they're not okay, or it's not going to be good, or it's going to end bad, and being in that just attracts more of that, or feeling You know, just like denying your truth or denying this calling or this feeling to be nurtured and loved is going to cause a little bit of havoc in people's energy, and not being able to give that nurturing love is going to cause havoc in people's energy. So I don't feel like any one person is you know, to say like the blame here. I just feel like there's been an imbalance, and you're ready to give this, they're ready to receive it, but they're being blocked from receiving it. Okay, I feel like they just need to allow themselves to open up to it. So let me get one more for Divine Feminine. Psychic development. So again, a lot of you guys, this is the third eye, and if you add up number 27, this adds up to 9, which is endings and new beginnings. So it really is like this whole new beginning for you, and I feel like you are becoming more and more of that like awakened divine feminine. Okay, you're not just doing things all willy-nilly. You're following your intuition, you're developing your intuition, you're trusting yourself more. You can kind of see how things are going to unfold. So it's almost like you're at the crossroads, and it's like, you know, if you go this way, you know, this way may be a little bit more difficult, but if I go this way, it may be a little bit easier. So that may be the choice you're at, and that may be where you're having a little difficulty. You're like, should I go this way or should I go that way? Like, I just want to be able to do this, and I don't want to have to jump through hoops and all of these obstacles to get there. But you're definitely seeing things more clearly, and I feel like you're just receiving a lot of information. Okay, so let's see what Divine Masculine has. Communication, number 21. If we add that up, that's 3, which is transformation. So I feel like they do want to communicate with you. I feel like they want to have a transformation within the communication, but I also feel like there's a mirroring here too, where not only is the divine feminine having these awakenings and these like expansions on their understanding through intuition, I also feel like the divine masculines are also being kind of upgraded, and I feel like for some of them that it's freaking them out. Okay, it's freaking them out how telepathically connected they are to you, that they can, like, for some of them they can hear you, or they like see you in their mind's eye, and then I feel they get confirmation in the physical. So it's like there's this communication that's happening between the two of you without you communicating in the physical. And again, look at that, dreams is on the bottom here. So I feel like there's a lot of astral connections at this time. They may be dreaming about you, or their mind kind of just wanders, and it's like when they allow themselves to get out of that energy of like darkness or thinking of, you know, being like so blocked, I feel like they start to just kind of naturally gravitate here, and then it freaks them out and they go right back. But it's like they are being drawn into this energy of the feminine because they want to have fun, they want to play. And I think it's just like they're at that crossroads of, am I crazy or is this where I'm supposed to go? So you both are definitely being impacted within the relationship area to each other, and you're mirroring each other. You know, see this? It's like you guys are definitely mirroring each other, and I feel like you're being drawn to each other. So I did also grab the freaky deaky stuff, but I'm not doing like a heavy duty freaky deaky. I just got this deck because it's always good for me. Oh my goodness, look at that. I didn't even get this out. 9 of Pentacles, and then the 8 of Swords. This is perfectly representing everything I was just saying. This is like confirmation. So the 9 of Pentacles is that person who, you know, they know their value and their worth. They're single, they're confident, they're attracting somebody to them to give them that 10 of Pentacles offer, or to grow into that 10 of Pentacles standing. And once you get there and that person offers, or you create it together, or however you want to look at it, that's when you become the Empress. That's when you have the person or the family or whoever it is that you want to nurture and take care of, and you guys take care of each other. You know, that's like that equal give and take. It's not about somebody offering you a 10 of Pentacles. It's more about bringing two aspects together that create it. You know, so I feel like this is just confirming that that's where the divine feminine is either already at or where she's headed. Over here, we have the 8 of Swords, which is that fear. This is being trapped in the mind. This is the devil in the doorway. And I feel like they really just need to let that stuff go. They need to get out of their head and into their heart. because they're just keeping themselves in this hangman energy, looking onto what they're wanting, you know, and like, look, she's asleep. And it's like, while she's asleep, he's there. And he's like interested, he wants to be there. And while she's asleep he's here, and he's looking on, and he's looking at her. And the hangman is about seeing things from a different perspective. So I do feel like Spirit may be really giving them a lot of information at this time, like in their dreams. And they're just like being reminded of you constantly. But when it comes to like actually doing something about it, they're just stuck. But I do feel like they're starting to see things in a new way. It just scares them. Okay, so this is definitely confirming all that we've already seen here. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like one of the issues is again that they may feel like, you see the energy here, it's like this is supposed to be like your wishes being fulfilled and being very happy, but his face is like holding on, like, can I make you happy? Like, what do I need to do to make you happy? So for some of them, I feel like that's the fear. They don't know if they can. They don't know if they can like stick around. You know, they just feel stuck. They feel like they can't move forward, and they don't want to go backwards, and they don't want to let it go. But they don't know if they can like fulfill the wishes. So there's just this stagnancy that's happening here. And I feel like that's why you're over here in this Two of Wands. Again, look at that confirmation. Trying to make your decision, trying to choose. Do I wait for this person, or do I move forward? Do I wait for this truth, or do I hang around with this devil in the doorway? And this could be your person's wife or husband. This could be your person's family. This could be society. This could be their beliefs. This could be their fears. But with this King of Swords, there definitely feels like they want to say something, but there's something in the door, again, holding them back from making the move. And I feel like, Divine Feminine, you no longer want to be on your knees. You no longer want to feel like you're being, you know, taken advantage of, or just like less than because of this influence. Okay, so if you have somebody who's married, or you're married, and it's like this person automatically doesn't feel good enough. They're like wondering what happens when they go home at night. You know, what happens when I'm not around? Is this person thinking of me? Does this person care about me? Is this person going to get rid of this devil in the doorway? Or should I go somewhere else? Should I go somewhere where people are going to, you know, choose and allow me to love them and nurture them? Allow me to take care of them in the way that I'm naturally being drawn to do it, in the way that I feel guided, where I don't have to hold on to this Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, heartbroken due to whatever third element was in the connection or is in the connection that's causing this pain, that's causing this energy of being separate. And it's like you just want to love, because I feel like you've been loving yourself. And if you haven't gotten here yet, this is where you're headed, okay? And it's going to come through that self-love. That's how you overcome these feelings. This is how you start to see your value and worth again and realize what you deserve. This is how you forgive and let go of that devil in the freaking doorway. I mean, look at this. 3 cards with the person in the doorway. So for a lot of you, you know, it probably is a person. And for others of you, it could just be those things, like those fears, those beliefs, like the distractions. You know, maybe they have addictions, or maybe they're just, you know, living a lifestyle that is detrimental and causes this pain. But as soon as you love yourself enough, you will no longer feel left out, because you'll know that you deserve more than that, and you'll feel confident and powerful in knowing you can have that. But again, it will come down to making the decision. Do I wait around to see if this person's going to fix this situation? Or do I move forward with a Knight of Cups? You know, do I take a romantic offer elsewhere? Or do I take my cup elsewhere? Or is this person going to bring their cup back around? So let's see what may happen, you know, moving forward. So I do have the Moon here. I feel like some things are going to come to the surface. I feel like these are those secret, those suppressed desires. This is like that person wanting to be with you, but, you know, there's something on both sides, okay? And it's like you may be on this side with somebody, or they may be on that side with somebody, but I definitely feel like this stuff needs to be cleared out. And I also feel like they're not going to be able to stay in this much longer, okay? Because if you notice, all of these cards, even though they have somebody else there, they're still wanting this other person. They're not wanting the one in the doorway. They're not wanting, like, he's dead set looking in this one. He's making love to her here. He's staring at her while she's asleep. He's taking a lock of her hair. You know, it's like they're just suppressing their true desire, okay? So I do feel like that energy is going to be transformed. But this person needs to collect all the tools that are required in order to do that. They need to find the ability to communicate in the right way, to get their energy correct, to feel confident about themselves and their value within the material world. And their emotions have to be coming up, okay? They can't just be a King of Swords, because the King of Swords doesn't ever express their emotion. They just kind of are logical and you know, blah, blah, blah. But with the Queen of Swords here, I also feel like this is just saying, you know, as you continue to have these healthy boundaries, that's also going to assist in this transformation. That's going to help put this part of the journey in the past. And it's not that you're leaving it behind, but you're choosing to no longer engage in these things that are going to continuously cause you heartache or pain or suffering. You're going to know your value and your worth. You want this part of the journey to come to an end so you can begin again, because the world is the last of the major arcana before that Fool takes that leap of faith again. So it is your decision. I feel like that's, for a lot of you, the choice that you have to make. And as a result, you'll get an Ace of Pentacles. You'll find a new beginning of value and worth where somebody can love you and nurture you the same as you love and nurture them. To protect you and honor you the same that you do for them. A very equal, balanced new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles. Moving on from the troubles of the past. Some of you may be moving on altogether into calmer waters somewhere else. Or some of you, you know, may just come in. Because you see the sword here, I feel like for those where this person collects this energy and they tell the truth and they express to you how they actually feel, that's the two of you moving on together into calmer waters, emotionally connected, a new beginning of value. But for those where they do not do this, I feel like you may end up going somewhere else or just being on your own in your Queen of Swords energy for a while. So what else may come as all of this energy culminates? We have the Hermit. So I do feel like a lot of these masculine energies may really be reflecting on what is that's going to light them up, okay? They're definitely going to be thinking heavily and reflecting on what they wish for, because the Hermit is holding like that star, and the star represents our wishes. And I feel like they're going to see the value of this person, and they may start to reflect and wonder like about the idea they don't want to lose this valuable queen, because the Queen of Pentacles again is very similar to that energy of like the Empress. She's the nurturer, she's the mother, she's going to take care of you, she's going to love you, and here he is at her feet. So I feel like if they reflect on this enough, or if they start to lose you, they may decide to come forward and let you know that they're ready to now keep this balance. They don't want to be stepping on you. And it's not that you would step on them or that they need to fall at your feet, but I just feel like this is a representation of, I now know your value. I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry that I treated you this way, you know. It's basically just showing us, like, full circle how it goes. And then the Hierophant is here. So this is that next level commitment. And in this deck, we have the swans up in the corner, but we also have two women here. So again, this comes down to a choice, I feel, for a lot. Am I going to go with my divine person? Am I going to go to the divine connection, the commitment, the contract that I created before I ever came here? Am I going to unite with my true love, where this love will never die? Or will I stay stuck within this karmic cycle or the darkness that I've been living? And in this card, he has his hand over here. And the way I read it, it has nothing to do with the color of a person's hair. It's just the light and the dark. And I feel like this is a representation of this person choosing the light, choosing to go with their higher level commitment rather than staying stuck in the dark, staying stuck somewhere that's stagnant, choosing to have justice, choosing to end the karmic cycles. You know, whether that's a divorce or whether that's just leaving behind whatever it has been that's been nasty within your connection, the justice is chosen with that choice of the light. All right, so let's get some final energies here as we move forward over this next year. What can these people expect? So I have the Page of Wands. This is somebody getting creative. Okay, I feel like this is somebody getting creative in how they're going to do all of this, because the devil is here as well. So I feel like they're going to get creative in fighting the devil and overcoming the darkness and letting go of the deceit, the deception. This can also just represent getting creative in how they're going to express to you their like tension and sexual desire. Because for me, I feel like this energy has been pretty strong, and that Leo energy will be doing that for a while. But I do feel like this person may realize that, you know, they can't keep repeating the cycle. They're going to have to get creative in overcoming that. No more dancing with the devil. We got to put that shit in the past, or you choose to put that in the past by not partaking it anymore. But I do feel like a lot of you will end up with the King of Wands, which is that motivated person that's ready to go after what they want. Their passion is strong, but it's healthy. It's not going to come in with all the dancing with the devil. It's not going to come in dark. It's going to come in to give you the wishes that you've always wanted, to fulfill you emotionally, that 10 of Cups. And again, in this deck, he's working back here, and I feel like he's trying to, you know, make her happy, but in the same instance, she's trying to hand him something. So it's like he may be trying to do something to make her happy, but she's also trying to do something to keep him fulfilled. So it shows that within time, I feel like this would be available to you if this was able to be overcome, if the people make the right decisions to leave behind the dark and to stop doubting, you know, or denying their true feelings. And that allows them to evolve to that King of Pentacles, who belongs with the Queen of Pentacles, the most valuable within the deck. You know, these are the two that are very grounded and loyal and committed. These are the ones that will stand the test of time. And you may even be like nervous about this. When this finally happens, you may not trust it, you may not believe it because of all that's already happened. But you will have to, again, make that decision. So that may be, again, that crossroads that you come at, not knowing which way to go as a result of what you've been through. But I do feel like a lot of you, you'll know. Yeah, look at that. You'll know. You'll know what to do because you're the High Priestess. You may not know like right out the gate, but I feel like as a result of meditating and healing and doing what you need to do, you'll turn this Nine of Swords like anxiety into an understanding of what it is that you need to choose to do and embrace it. And some of you may already be at that place. Some of you may be headed that way. But look at that, Four of Wands. And then we have the Wheel. So your destiny is to have this healthy union somewhere. Your destiny is to have a new beginning of passion, to give birth to what it is you're wanting to give birth to, whether it's just a new beginning with this person or to give birth to a family or a child, to give birth to your destiny of abundance. You know, this is all coming together in the right way, with those flames ignited, with that fire and that passion, that love, with an Emperor who is going to stand and be the man or the divine masculine for the divine feminine, and you'll both be in your divine power. Okay, so I feel like this is representing for both of you too, because when you're in this energy of union, you both are very balanced within your masculine and feminine energy. So I feel like they're giving us this to show that in the end, you'll both be empowered. You'll both know what you're going after. You won't be afraid to go after it. You won't be afraid to break away from what other people feel or think or say. You'll just know. And that's when you'll be able to have that divine reconciliation. This is the Judgment card. This is Spirit blowing that horn and in saying, you know, this is what you need to do. And with that red thread there, that's that thread that spreads forever and ever. You know, that's not going to break. You can't break it. So I feel like this is saying for a lot of you, this is something that can't be broken no matter what happens. You know, eventually the two of you will be brought back together. And I am noticing the child here too. So it's like that rebirth energy. For some of you, it may represent a child that you share already, or a child that you will share, or just the rebirth of the connection, of healing and releasing the past and coming into this place of healed, whole alignment, of temperance, This is that yes union energy. And again, with those swans up there, it's like, this is where you're headed. You're coming into a state of union within yourself, which will most likely bring you into a state of union with the person you're meant to have that union with. Taking a leap of faith with your divine counterpart. Okay? And again, that choice between, do I go towards the light or do I go stay stuck in my karmic cycle? And for those that, like, if this person were to by chance stay stuck in this, I feel like you'll take the leap of faith into something that is divine. You'll still have a very healthy, happy relationship, you know, and it will probably be better for you, because if this person chooses to stay stuck in something toxic and karmic, that's not ever going to be healthy for you, right? So you need to make a decision to choose the other thing. And that may come later, and that may never happen at all. But I'm just saying it is here because I am noticing this. But for the majority, I feel like if you look at this, you know, she's got the blonde hair. I feel like in the end, he'll take the leap of faith with the divine energy. Not to have anything to do with hair, but just putting the past in the past, putting the darkness in the past. And even the Cupid up here, he's pointed in this direction. And on the Hierophant, we have it, you know, the hand on that head. And it's just that duality thing, that light and dark. And I feel like that's a perfect representation of this person deciding to take the leap of faith and to get rid of the darkness. And realize that within you will be both aspects, because you'll embody everything that this person has ever wanted. You can show both sides to this person, but they need to, like, see clearly before that can happen. You know, they need to see their way into this relationship. They need to communicate and let go of the illusions so that they can have their divine feminine. They have to open up and realize that there is a solution, that they can have the shadow and the light in one divine being. Okay? So it does seem that this portal may bring up a lot of different things for people. You may be feeling a lot of different stuff at different points. Just try to keep yourself positive. Try not to focus on anything that's going to bring your vibration down. There may be some triggers coming in, and they may have nothing to do with your counterpart. It could just be people in the material world kind of pissing you off. You know, and just try to do your best to not let that stuff hold you down. You know, try to meditate, just drop the burdens and have healthy boundaries with people right now, because I do feel like that's an issue too. You know, like I keep having these issues where people are like, people that I've blocked or people that I tell I don't want to talk to, they just keep coming, and they keep like finding new ways to reach out to me. And it's like, I don't want to talk to you. So healthy boundaries, burdens. And it pisses you off, but I don't want to be in the vibration of anger during the freaking lineup. I mean, the Lionsgate, because I don't want to be a pissed off person all year. But it's like things like that may be coming up for you at this time. And then just other miscommunications. I've been noticing like little mishaps and just little things that, like, it's almost like people are trying to piss you off or trying to trigger you, but you're seeing it, you know, so you may see it with that understanding, and it's like you no longer allow it to hold you down. It's like, yeah, well, okay, I'm still going to nurture myself, and you can choose to stay doing what you're doing, you know, or trying to do what you do, and it's just helping you to make your decisions on which way to go with this stuff, where you need these boundaries, with who you need these boundaries, where you need these burdens to be released, you know, and how to observe this and let go of it and realize what is still impacting you. I also noticed too that with that astral stuff, this is kind of weird, but the past week, I've had a lot of really dark dreams where like exes, 2 different exes that I had like long-term relationships with were in it. And one, they were like, I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but it wasn't good. And then the other one was actually like sexually abusing me. And like I could like feel it, like the pain of it. And that was a person that was actually physically abusive to me in the past. So I do feel like that past is in the present. We need to heal from that stuff. We need to look at that stuff. So pay attention to your dreams right now, because they may be giving you messages. Pay attention to what you're receiving from each other, because it could be impacting your relationship. And the veil is so thin right now, it's helping us to illuminate this stuff so we can see through it and have fun again, have that lightness in our heart and protect ourselves. because I do feel like there's dark entity stuff around too. Like, I never have nightmares, and I've had more nightmares in the last week with really, really messed up stuff than I have, like, that I can remember in, like, the past 10 years. So, I don't know. Like, for a long time there, I didn't dream about anything except for, like, if I dreamt, it would always have, you know, that particular person in it. But lately, they're not there. It's like all this other shit is there. And we need to focus on seeing our own solutions in that darkness and shielding ourselves, protecting ourselves from wherever or whoever it's coming from, so that we can get rid of that past, see those limitations, and make the right decision to move forward. Okay? So make sure you're loving yourself, having fun, nurturing yourself, you know, enjoy this rebirth process, and keep trusting what you're receiving, because I do feel like a lot of us are just really tapped in and understanding things on a level that we may not have before, communicating in the astral in ways that are giving us this clarity. Okay, so just pay attention to that stuff. Try to stay in this place of balance and forgiveness. Okay, forgive the people who came before and what they've done, or even the person you may be dealing with now, and that's going to help you to open up to that abundance. Number 8, this is what's going to give us that abundance and that healing. Okay, look at that 35, 5, 6, 7, 8, soul healing. This is, again, that very strong Lyran energy. And holy shit, the next one, 17, adds up to 8, inner child. So some of this could be coming from child. That looks like a child. Holy crap, I brought up this little dude today. I brought some stuff up from my studio. And this is this little dude right here. Look at that. This is to help clear obstacles, okay? So call on Ganesh to help you clear away. I think it's Om Nam Gam Pade something or whatever. There's different, like, things you can do with it. I used to have a little chant that somebody wrote down for me and gave me this with, but I can't find the little chant thing right now. But it does help you to clear away those obstacles. And when we clear those obstacles, we allow for more abundance, we allow for more healing, and it's infinite healing, and it's infinite happiness coming from that inner child, okay? It's that balance that we need to come into wholeness and oneness, completion with our person, okay? So where did that card go? I don't know. Yeah, play. We need to have fun, okay? This little girl or this little boy inside of you needs to come out and have fun, infinitely expanding. And that's also going to help you. So really work on your root, your solar plexus, and your heart, because I feel like everything up above is pretty good right now. I feel like the masculines need to work on their throat and probably their sacral and root, and then divine feminine, you know, like, you can even help them with that, okay? And vice versa, masculines that are listening, you can help your feminines through intention. So like, if you listen to the meditation I recorded tonight, you can set that intention to help your person, you know, along with their development, or to seeing through the darkness, or to making the right choices, to go towards the light, or even set an intention that you fall asleep after it's over and you go connect with this person to communicate telepathically, to have clarity, to understand something deeper on this, like, psychic level within the relationship, because the veil is so thin. And that may, again, help you to nurture this person in the only way you can right now if they're not available to you physically, and help you to balance things out so that you can bring in what you need to bring in over these next 365 days. Okay? So thank you guys very much. I hope that you have a lovely Lionsgate. It is open till the 12th. It opens on the 27th and stays open till the 12th of August. So, you know, the energy's potent then, but it impacts us for the entire year. So always keep that in mind, that for the entire, that's so funny, the one that's in here is upside down meditation. So, you know, visualize how this next year is going to go, okay? And there's another 8. But if we add that up, this is number 10, that wholeness and oneness, and this is 5. We're changing things through our visualizations, through our meditation, connecting with that universal light, calling on the people that we need to call on, you know, expanding. And that's what's really going to help you to have that peace in your own life, and to understanding each other a little bit deeper, the clarity. Okay? So it was funny because I just kind of like pulled these cards without really knowing why, but I guess now I know why. So I will put the links down below. And thank you guys very, very much. Look at that. Divine will. Let go of fear. Let go of fear. Okay? So if you guys liked it, you can like, comment, and subscribe. There's Destiny. And everything else that you need to know is down below. I am booked up until 9 something. Like 9. Oh shit. I think I'm booked up until 9:12. Yeah, 9:12. I only have like 2 on that day, so. And I might have emails right now, so it may even go longer because I don't work on the weekends anymore. So we'll see. All right. Everything you need to know is down below. Thank you guys very much. In Mune, namaste.